I know some guys had some airsoft guns, and one of them is trying to get PTSD from the state for SSI, saying that he got PTSD for doing paintball for like a year.
Get PTSD doing paintball?
His explanation was he was shooting people with paintballs, and he says it was as intense, just like being actually in combat, and he says he considered it real combat when the PTSD kicked in.
Okay, stop. Stop. That gives me a headache just hearing that. You've never shot a real gun? That's what I would ask them.
Well,
I've heard gunshots.
From the story that I read, and somebody's gonna see as I'm doing this video, somebody's gonna claim, "Where's your resource?" I mean, I've heard this like a couple years ago. And I remember reading in some sort of retarded media website somewhere, or whatever it was, that this guy, this 22-year-old, oh, nice, looks good, dude. See, I can see.
So I have
see,
a tactical grip? Yeah.
Look at that gun. That's a real gun right there. Check that out.
I think this is an AR-15?
No, it's they're claiming it's an M4. I don't know.
Looks like an M4.
I mean, I carried one in Iraq, dude. It looked pretty much like that, except for the double magazine. I didn't have an ACOG on mine, though. I just had their standard iron sights. Anyway, this guy, he was like 22, 23 years old, was playing paintball for, like, since he was like 15 years old. And he would play every weekend, right? And eventually, this guy tried to claim to have post-traumatic stress from playing paintball for so many years. If you actually can believe that stupid shit. And he tried to get it through Social Security for the state. I think, I wonder where it was at. I think it was like in Virginia or something like that. And what makes the story even worse, that they actually granted him some Social Security, some SSI for some sort of depression or bipolar or something. But that's I mean, I don't get it. I mean, PTSD from paintballs and airsoft rifles and pistols, playing every weekend. I mean, I don't get it. Damn, dude. I just don't get it.
Hearing it's just like twisting my brain around. Honestly,
I know of a couple goofballs that used to be in the game Empire. These guys that never was in the military, who go completely geared out, and they claim, "Oh well, my aerosol guns is the same weight as the military guns," and they were trying to tell me how it's comparable to actual weapons and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I said, dude, I mean, I carried M16s, like M4s. I was a machine gunner, M60 and all that stuff. They're like, oh, well, this right here is comparable to that. And I said, dude,
No, it's not.
I tried to say there's no comparison
to the real thing.
To the real thing. And especially if and these guys are trying to compare paintballing to actual combat. I saw a little bit of combat when I was in Iraq, but I was in a gun truck with a machine gun in the turret. Got shot at and I shot back. But I didn't see a lot of it, not like the door kickers and the Marines, but I definitely know the difference between shooting at actual people, getting shot at by actual people with real bullets. These guys were trying to compare that to paintballing. So I guess that's where the complaint or the justification for getting SSI. So I don't know. It's crazy, dude. Because it's Morn Blade. Wow. Yeah, that's what I said.